the Packaging Live Experts Corner. Today we are joined by someone who can claim to carry the world's weight around. Joint Managing Director at Kanpur Plastipack Limited, manufacturers of flexible intermediate bulk containers, or FIBCs as we call them. Let's welcome Shashank Agarwal. Hi Shashank, welcome to the Packaging Live Experts Corner.
Hi Pratik, thank you for having me over.
So Shashank, tell us about your journey from Kanpur, which is often called the Manchester of India. How have you transformed Kanpur Plastipack into a 300 crore group?
So honestly, Pratik, I've been very lucky to have a very strong foundation laid down by my grandfather and my father, and all the people that are there in Kanpur Plastipack. It was very easy to scale up from where we were originally. But yes, it is great to be in Kanpur, which was called the Manchester of the East or Manchester of India in the olden times. It's a very proud thing for us that we are successful being in Kanpur landlocked and still being able to export 80% of our products. So yeah, it's been a 10-year journey, and now we are exporting to almost 30-35 countries. Primarily FIBCs, but we also do PP multifilament yarn.
Wonderful. It's a story coming out of a town like Kanpur, and you've been globally setting standards for Indian manufacturers. That's wonderful to see. So generally we see that FIBC predominantly has been an export potential market product. Has COVID impacted you with the kind of global impact it has happened in terms of the European markets or American markets or the markets that you're kind of serving? And have you been kind of able to come out as a dominant supplier with other regions comparing like Turkey or China?
So globally, FIBCs is a $5 billion market, out of which India contributes to about $1 billion. So that's about 25%, 20% market share. And this has been steadily going up at a rate of 15% per year. So yes, the market has been affected because this is used in food products, chemicals, but also building materials. What we have noticed is that it is primarily the building materials and mining that has got greatly affected by COVID. But in the months to come, we are expecting the chemical sector to also take a hit, and food is definitely in great demand. So we are seeing a lot of movement happening from meat eaters to vegans. And when that happens, obviously our bags are used for agro produce, so the consumption goes up. So yes, it is affected, but it is not as affected as other industries are. I still believe in packaging sector, the worst time is yet to come. That would probably be between October to January, and that is where we would see the hit.
Carrying forward the story, why do you see that the packaging sector would be hitting during that period? And do you see any demand for FIBCs to grow in the domestic market?
So why that would get affected in October to December is because of the sudden lockdown that happened in India and other developing countries and other manufacturing countries like Turkey, Brazil, Mexico, Thailand, Bangladesh. There was a sense of hoarding that happened amongst the customers in the Western world. So it is that what we are facing right now. And as soon as this is over, the inventory adjustment will happen, and the reconditioning would happen. Once that happens, then we would feel the pinch. We
hope that we'll have better markets as time progresses and everybody kind of comes out of the COVID situation.
So the silver lining here is that there are other developing countries where suddenly there is a demand for FIBCs, which was not there before. It is coming out of two reasons. One, they are not able to manufacture it themselves due to being under lockdown. But being essential commodity, it has to be used. Secondly, there is a migration from small bags to FIBCs that is happening because of unavailability of workforce during COVID times. Your specific question to India, we are not seeing any trends here that it is increasing demand here. But yes, there have been a lot of inquiries during this time. But it's not a trend to so call it a trend yet.
Carrying on for the points that you say that India may not be still a market for FIBCs, but how do you see the B2B exhibitions that come up in the country versus those you may be attending globally, like Interpack or any of the other global exhibitions that you may have attended?
So this is a great question, and we are mostly blinded by this because we are unable to see how this will happen going forward. Exhibitions are the best place to meet each other. It is the best places to understand the trends that are going to happen. We are so many product launches happen. The CXOs are available for meetings, and a lot of decisions happen related to trends and new product developments in exhibitions. If that goes out of the equation, all business development activities, all new product development activities actually take a big hit. So we are not very happy about what is happening. So in our view, the trend will have to change related to exhibitions. They will become safer. So we have to feel safe to travel to, let us say, an Interpack. And for that, the protocols have to come in place. I am not a very big fan of virtual exhibitions. So I don't see that happening because once I have an option to attend my office or a virtual exhibition, it will always be my office first and then the virtual exhibition.
Well said, and that's why face-to-face exhibitions have been the dominant force in the industry and have been the platform for several product launches and innovations that people have been seeing. So the kind of first touch
augmented reality in exhibitions will be a reality, and that is something that we are expecting very soon.
So in future, maybe we would be moving to hybrid events. So we'll have a combination of both virtual and the live exhibitions running parallelly. So, and at Reed Exhibitions, we believe in exhibitions. So that's our motto as well. But yes, moving forward, I hope the issues of COVID go away fast and we are back to organizing exhibitions and the people will be moving on the floors of the exhibition as they have been doing in the past. So Shashank, talking about COVID, what happens after COVID? Do you have any bucket list, any thoughts that you kind of want to achieve after COVID? It's been a long gap if you look at it in a way.
So this COVID has given all of us a lot of time to think about ourselves, our priorities in life and everything. So honestly, I don't have a bucket list because I realize that there is no point having a bucket list and expecting anything out of anybody else. It is time to look inwards. So I don't have a bucket list, but yes, post-COVID times, we are very optimistic about business. And we do see trends moving away from China, moving towards India. We see trends moving towards self-sustenance. There is, of course, a trend within the country of reverse migration of workforce. So these will be important trends to track. And this would tell us how optimistic we should be for business in the coming years.
Well, that's good news for the Indian markets, and I'm sure India will be the next destination for both manufacturing and global exhibitions to source products from. See, when you say you have no bucket list, I am sure there's a lot of time that you would have spent on innovations on your product. So what kind of innovations that would we see from Kanpur Plastipack in the coming future?
So we are coming up with a new product that's called Modified Atmosphere. It's in collaboration with a Dutch company. So what it does is it changes the atmospheric conditions of the bag inside the bag. So we can flush out, let's say, oxygen, and there can be CO2 or nitrogen inside. So it helps in enhancing the life of the product inside. So this has been used in FIBCs before, but not to the extent that we are now able to reach. So we are talking about saving the product for eternity inside the bag. So we've been talking about 1 year, 2 years, but now we are looking at 3 years, 5 years, that kind of time periods. So it could be an answer to a lot of food outrages, a lot of fluctuations in food prices, longevity of the product, reduced transportation costs because of infestation and fumigation. So yes, we are launching a modified atmosphere line. Second product that could be of interest because of the self-sustenance is that we are making bags out of 100% recycled polymer now. So that is another interesting trend that is coming up.
So great to see the innovations and the sustainability aspect, both that are being taken up at Kanpur Plastipack. Any message that you would want to share from the Packaging Live platform to the industry and the colleagues?
So this is the time to stand up for the company, stand up for our employees, stand up for customers, be there for them. As we say, we are here for each other, we are in this together, but it is still very important to stand up and lead from the front. At the same time, innovation is now a necessity, it is no more an option. So trends in artificial intelligence, machine learning are now there. They are in our hands. Now it is for us to implement them and take advantage of it and help people around and remain safe. That's my message. So, yeah.
Thank you, Shashank, for those inspiring and lovely words. And thank you for sharing your valuable time today with us. Stay safe, and until we meet with another packaging expert at the Packaging Live Experts Corner. Thank you all.
See you, Pratik. Thank you.
Thank you.